do you know where you'll stop? Like when you ask the clients questions, like because there's a point where I realized you were just going, you asked question after question after question, and in my head, like I thought back to what if I was in that position? Like, would I stop somewhere? But
Like
you didn't stop.
stop to what?
Stop digging into um, like the client's situation and their belief systems. Like,
Hmm.
I guess that's my question. I don't know where I would stop. To me, when I was looking at your conversation, it made sense where you stopped. You got into a point where you kind of had a breakthrough moment. Um, but yeah, like how do you gauge that? Like
Gauge like
gauge that the client has got a good message, has got the message, like has learned something, is taking something away.
well, once I can see, because there's two components of it, right? It's one, I have to get to the root. So like that's me, like you'll see I start off the meeting with the wins. I start off a little tactical to kind of figure out like where's the problem. And then I just kept digging, and then I just started digging until I get to the point where I have something that I know is deep enough that I can reframe and help him to realize that he needs to change. And then that's how I know when to stop. And so the reason like I didn't stop the meeting at like 30 or 35 minutes is because another thing popped up. And so once that popped up, I was like, all right, I've seen this like two or three times. I have to, I have to like handle this and help him handle it. And so that's how I gauge it is if I see something that is popping up and I know that it's affecting their mentality like multiple times,
Okay.
then like well, you heard me ask him about his pattern, right? And that's how I knew in my head. I was like, all right, I gotta attack this because this is I knew coming into this meeting we were gonna have some sort of conversation like this about like the ups and the downs, right? Because he's got to prove that pattern. So that's how I gauge it. Is I look at one thing, which is how much like have I gotten to the point where we have talked about the limiting belief, like the real like what is really holding them back, and then do they have real buy-in, like emotionally, like they have to give me an answer for like I was asking like why that's important to him to change this, and like that's how I know when to stop is when I've got real buy-in from them. But I know until I'm gonna keep digging until I've got the real, until I've seen like something emotional start to come out of them
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
that belief system, and then I make sure that that's supported with the follow through.